If you're logged into Windows with a Microsoft account, you don't own your PC, Microsoft does. Today, we're going to switch from a Microsoft account to a local account while still having the ability to access Microsoft features like the Microsoft Store and the various Microsoft apps, but on our terms. I'm also going to show you how much of your personal data you're sending to Microsoft and how to turn it off. Microsoft is holding your PC hostage. Today, we're taking it back. Let's get into it. Since the release of Windows 11, Microsoft has removed the ability during installation to set up Windows without using an existing Microsoft account or creating a new one. Recently, I did a video on how to set up your new PC with Windows 11 without using a Microsoft account. And one of the viewers of that video asked a valid question in the comments of that video. What if I already set up my PC with the Microsoft account? So I'm going to show you how to add a local account and remove the Microsoft account until you need it. Now it's obvious why Microsoft wants you to use a Microsoft account. Your online shopping habits are valuable to advertisers. But what are some of the reasons you may need a Microsoft account? Let's go over the pros and cons. Some pros may be seamless syncing across devices for files and settings, access to features like OneDrive, Microsoft Office 365, or the Microsoft Store. But here's the thing, you can still sign into Microsoft to access those tools whenever you need them, and then sign back out whenever you don't, and not have your PC login tied to Microsoft. You can even stay logged into Microsoft in your browser, so you won't have to log in each time you want to access those tools. But the point is, you don't have to have your Windows login chained to Microsoft. So what are some of the cons? Microsoft collects and stores a lot of your personal data, including browsing history, location, and device usage. Not to mention the ads and personalized tracking can feel intrusive. How about the potential data loss risk? If you get locked out of your Microsoft account and don't have access to those credentials, you may lose access to synced files, subscriptions, and even encrypted data on your hard drive. Yes, you could lose all of the data on your hard drive. So how does getting rid of the Microsoft account and adding a local account fix this? A local account allows you to use Windows 11 without linking your identity to Microsoft. It eliminates data sharing and reduces the risk of you losing your data if you get locked out of your Microsoft account. You can still log into Microsoft whenever necessary to access certain apps and features, such as OneDrive or downloading apps from the Microsoft Store. This strikes a balance between privacy and functionality. So let's get that Microsoft account switched to a local account, and let's go review those privacy settings and stop sending all that information to Microsoft. Let's go. Real quick, if you're finding value in this video, do me a favor and like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me grow the channel so I can continue to bring you content on a weekly basis just like this. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so from Windows, now you can get here a couple of different ways. I'm just going to right click on my start button and I'm going to go right here to settings. And then over to the left, I'm going to go to accounts, and then I'm going to come down here to where it says your info. And then I'm going to come down here to where it says sign in with a local account instead. And it's going to try to convince me not to. Windows works better with a Microsoft account. Yeah, I'm good, Windows. I'm going to go next. I'll have to enter the PIN that I previously entered for my Microsoft account. For you, that may be a password. I'm going to create a new user. I'm just going to call this Ray Test. And now you should definitely password protect your computer. I'm not going to for this test computer. I'm just going to click next. And now I'm going to sign out and finish. And now as you can see, my sign in here is now the local account. I do not have to be connected to the internet. I do not have to be tied to Microsoft. Okay, so now we should see that I'm logged in with a local account. Let's check those settings real quick. And you can see up top here it says Raytest local account. Okay, so what happens if I try to go to the Microsoft Store? Okay, so as you can see, I can still load the Microsoft Store. Now let's download something. I'm going to download the WinToys app because this is what we're going to do to change our privacy settings. I'm not going to do a full detail on the installation and walkthrough of this program. I did that in my very last video. I did a full setup and walkthrough of WinToys, and I will post that link in the description. So I'm just going to click Get. This is going through the installation process. And I'm going to just open. You'll get user account control. I'm going to click Yes. I'm going to close the store back out now. Okay, I had to switch over to dark theme real quick so I could see it better. But this main screen here is just kind of a snapshot of your processor, video card, services running. We're not going to focus on this today. Right now we want to come down here to tweaks. We're going to click on these privacy settings first. Then we're going to come in here and turn off stuff like telemetry, app launch tracking, error reporting, camera on lock screen. I have a lot less of these on because during the installation of Windows, I turned a lot of this stuff off. So you may see a lot more stuff in here that you definitely want to turn off. Then I'm going to come down here to ads. I do not need suggested content, suggested notification, lock screen, fun facts, tips, Windows tips and suggestions, Windows welcome experience. I don't need any of this stuff. No, thank you, Microsoft. Then turn all this off. Here's something else I'm going to change on my start menu. So you know whenever you do a search on your start menu and it brings you up a whole bunch of web results, and that's not what you want, turning that off. Auto install suggestions, turning that off. Okay, so now that I'm running a local account, I've adjusted all of my privacy settings to stop sending my info to Microsoft. But let's say that you still needed to use a Microsoft app. I'm going to go to the Microsoft 365 page. Now you can still sign in here with your Microsoft account, but you're only signing in to the web application to utilize the tools that you need to use. Your instance of Windows is not attached to the Microsoft account. So I'm going to log in here with my Microsoft account. Now here's where you have the option. If you tell it to stay signed in, what it'll do is keep you signed in to your Chrome browser or whichever browser that you're in. That way the next time you access the site, you're still logged in. I'm going to tell it no because I don't want to stay logged into Microsoft. But now here I am with all of my Microsoft tools available to me, and my computer is not logged into Microsoft. We can actually download and install these apps, some of them depending on your Microsoft account. You can access everything from here, your OneDrive if you need to. You can use Word and Excel. Anything you need, you can still use without your computer being attached to the Microsoft account. And there you have it. No longer tied to Microsoft. You're using a local account and you've adjusted those privacy settings. Don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel so you can help me continue to grow. Check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy next. As always, thank you for watching the video, and until next time.